Welcome to the University of Money. On today's episode, we will be discussing the top 10 richest podcasters of 2020. If you are new to our channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified the next time we upload a new video. Let's get started. Number 10, Cumtown. It's essential to give your podcast a memorable name. As you can guess, this podcast isn't for the easily offended. Nick Mullen and Stavros Halkis came together to make a podcast that throws regular conversations out the window. They focus on dark but juvenile banter, which we won't get into too much detail here. But hey, if you consider yourself to have a dark, twisted sense of humor and want to check it out, go for it. It seems many people are in the dark humor squad. Cumtown 10,822 patrons and makes $48,394 per month. Number 9, Second Captain's World Service. Second Captain was launched in 2013 in Dublin and remains the most listened to podcast in Ireland today. This podcast consists of a team of 5 podcasters, which allows them to run a full-time podcast business, publishing one podcast 5 days per week. They cover a variety of topics like sports, politics, and the latest news. They make money by charging their audience $5.55 per month for access to their podcast. With 11,383 subscribers, they make $63,175 per month and $758,107 per year. Number 8, True Crime Obsessed. It's only human nature to be curious about crime, and Patrick Hines and Gillian Pensaval turned that curiosity into a podcast. The podcast focuses on reviews and recaps of the most gruesome and chilling crime stories, but it's not as serious as it seems. This pair brings the perfect balance of humor, entertainment, and analysis needed to lighten up a heavy crime story. Patrick and Jillian have built exceptional relationships with their fans and now have 13,718 patrons. Although TCO's income isn't public knowledge, it's estimated that they make around $1.2 million per year. Number 7, The Ringer. Are you obsessed with sports, pop culture, and podcasts? The Ringer podcast is where you can get all three. This podcast was launched in 2013 by Bill Simmons. He brought along several editors that previously worked with him on Grantland, an ESPN-owned blog he operated from 2011 to 2015. On this podcast, you can listen to commentary about recent games and news about celebrity campaigns. It seems the popularity of sports and pop culture never dies. The Ringer attracts more than 15 million listeners per month. In 2018, Bill Simmons made $15 million in revenue. Number 6, Doughboys. Food and humor. What could be better? The two comedians, Mike Mitchell and Nick Wigger, hop around to review different fast food chains. What's best about their podcast is the reviews are 100% honest. So even if they're getting the food for free, it doesn't mean they're going to go easy on anyone. They also compare different chains and battles, such as who has the best curly fries. Doughboys is sitting at 8,094 patrons. Although their earnings aren't published for the public, it's assumed they make anywhere between $23,000 and $58,000 per month. That's pretty good considering the fast food niche isn't for everyone, especially the granola and quinoa eaters. Number 5, Tiny Meat Gang. Ex-Viners and YouTubers, the two comedians, Cody Ko and Noel Miller, came together to create a podcast that makes people chuckle. While their episodes have nothing to do with meat, they do make humor out of things like celebrity gossip, how to be manlier, and sometimes political topics. This dynamic duo also travels to give live shows. The travel time and live shows pay off, as they're often a full house. The Tiny Meat Gang has 10,638 patrons and make $51,199 per month and $614,388 per year. Number 4, last podcast on the left. There's nothing better than tuning into a good horror story right. Last podcast on the left, hosted by Ben Kissel, Marcus Parks, and Henry Zabrowski, is all about different horror stories, both fictional and non-fictional. The group goes on tour to give their fans live podcasts. Up to date, they're nearing 500 episodes ranging on topics like alien sex and vultures. And they have a broad base of horror-loving fans with 11,346 patrons. They earn $55,898 per month and $670,776 per year. 3. Smart passive income. Smart passive income is exactly as it sounds. Pat Flynn brings aboard everyone who knows the ins and outs of passive income to teach listeners all about how to live a life in pajamas. His podcasts interview other podcasters, and he often interviews his affiliates. While Pat Flynn runs 2 podcasts, the two make a combined income of $100,000 per month in affiliate revenue. 2. Chapo Traphouse. Chapo Traphouse is the American political humor podcast which started back in March 2016. 4 people host it, each of them hilarious, as the podcast is known for its laugh my ass off commentary. This podcast earns most of his money from patrons. As of now, they have 34,213 patrons, making them $153,055 per month. Before we get to the highest earning podcaster in the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when we upload our next video. And make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy this content. Number 1, the Joe Rogan Experience. On the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, you won't miss anyone's experiences. For every episode, Joe brings in inspiring figures to talk about their life, goals, projects, or anything interesting. He's interviewed industry leaders like Elon Musk, Sam Harris, and even Mike Tyson. Recently, Joe signed a $100 million deal with Spotify, making him the highest earning podcaster in the world. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on our next video.